Hello, everybody. This is episode 12 of Shoot the Breeze, chill interviews and a chill time all around for you and me. I am your host, Heavy Divider, and right alongside me is, well, it's a really friendly person I want to share with you. As a matter of fact, they're actually pretty great in the sense of certain talents on hand that they can do from here and there, as well as basically being one of the great people you can ever have around in a friends group or so, especially with certain things you can do just to mess with people here and there. So for my guest for tonight, their name is EarthChan, but for us, his name's pretty much Earth. So welcome, Earth.
Hiya.
Hey, so quick question. First thing I gotta ask on hand is, how the hell do we meet?
We kind of met, geez, how long ago was it? Back in VRHigh,
Well, that's the thing too, because I remember you getting your start in like season 2 of VRHigh.
I think I started out as, what was it? A fill-in student.
Yeah.
Your character, Garrett, fought Ultron.
Yeah, I believe it was a fill-in student, so it might have been like at the start of season 2 at that time. Oh, actually, no, it was at the end of season 1 at that time, because you were a fill-in student. I think it was you alongside Acid and Varden, too, at that time for it. So,
I believe so.
So pretty much along that timeline here and there. Past that or so, I don't think we ever had any other encounters besides, well, before that even happened, was pretty much the start of that, and then ever since then or so, I believe we've just pretty much known each other ever since then. So, like,
Yeah,
in the little group we have right now, so.
Yeah. That the only one that I knew there was Happy. So she's the reason why I met all y'all, to be honest.
Yeah, trust me, from the people you have in that group, there's a lot of them that basically introduced us to different ones on hand. Like, from you, Varden, Acid, Leon, a little bit of everybody here and there as far as it goes along with it. So. So. Alright, and so my second question on here I gotta ask is your VRChat origins. What got you into this game at the start of this?
Oh, again, going all the way back, I believe I actually did start off, but as like a desktop back in when was it? Like around, like right before the Ugandan Knuckles thing. Before that started.
I'm trying
But
to think here. I think that might have been like Ugandan Knuckles movement didn't start till like December 2017, and then kind of like went there until like early 2018. So maybe did you get started like say October, November?
I believe so, but I kind of got bored with it for a little bit. But then you know, the person, well, you know, he's a streamer now, but the streamer Nags, I saw his videos on YouTube's recommended and kind of got me wanting to come back into VRChat, and yeah, I am still.
Yeah, there we go. Sometimes a little bit different influence, you know, with on YouTube nonetheless, that basically just sparks that interest overall. Like, it's weird because it was like two different sides at that time, and that being, you know, like on YouTube's side, you had like Nax or so, but then on the other side or so, for like Twitch's side, there was like PokeLaws who basically sparked that interest too. So basically, it was like a weird clashing of heads here and there.
Yep.
So, but yeah, but besides that or so, I was gonna say you were pretty much here for the long haul to see like different things on hand within VRChat at the time of Ugandan Knuckles. From actually at that time, I'm pretty sure you were at that time. Yeah, you were at that time where basically the whole Kana gang thing was happening too. So
yeah, around that time, I remember that as well. When like every world just had like tons of Kanas in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, an interesting moment in our time, and basically kind of interesting thing that happened overall, especially with the different small groups here and there. But besides that, let's talk about some hobbies on hand besides this. I know for a fact you love Terraria. Besides this game.
Yes.
You love Terraria. You seem to know quite a lot of knowledge on hand with that or so, because anytime we ever play Terraria with you, me, Chaotic, Langle, and a couple other people on hand too, basically you are one of the few people out of the group, besides Skits, to be able to know what you're doing in game and where to go here and there.
Yeah. Played that for such a long time. What else? Like other hobbies? Well, there's like drawing and reading sometimes.
That's right. That's right.
Like listening to music.
I forgot about that. I forgot to put that down too. I was gonna say, yeah, drawing as well, because you're kind of like a part-time artist in a way or so. Just because I don't know when that started on hand in the sense of drawing. Was it just like growing up or so, or just kind of like, I guess in
yeah, just like sketching, just random stuff.
I got you. I mean, hey, that's kind of the thing you have with imagination on hand. Just basically, when it comes down to it, or so, that's where creativity comes involved with, especially with the things you enjoy, and then it becomes the things you end up doing over time. It just takes a little bit of time on hand here and there. So, besides that or so, I believe I also had like a, let's see here. You're also getting interested in like Monster Hunter too. Trying to get into it as well, because I know you said you need a little help here and there, which, keep in mind, you're in the right hands, just because you have Hyper, you have me, you have Chaotic, you have I kid you not, the murderous hobo known as Emmett, who basically who knows his game inside and out. So, to kind of get back to it or so, on hand, let me see here, just because I clipped this on hand. Yeah. But get back to it or so. Yeah, I mentioned before about Monster Hunter and everything. Yeah, and like I said, you're in the right hands with the people you have with you here and there. So.
Yep. So. It's weird for me, is all.
It's all good. Hey, it takes time on hand, but I will assure you that you're in the right hands with people here. I may not know much on hand. I'm an amateur, but at least I'm learning as we go along, so that helps on hand. So let's talk about communities on hand. Now, I'm pretty sure you've been a part of like different other communities on hand over the time period here, and just seen a lot of different things on hand. Any community that sticks out to your mind right off the back or so? Because I do know that you're also part of, like, on top of my head, I think Jensu's community at one point.
Yeah, I am.
You still are, but yep.
Yeah, I still am.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been active in most communities recently, but one of the first ones that I joined and helped me meet new people is they're called the Nexus.
Oh, Nexus.
So, like, tons of cool people in there, like Pizza Boy, the skeleton guy avatar, and all that. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, nice. On hand with that. Just a few on hand with that here and there. Yeah, there's a few communities I'm part of here and there. Some of them I haven't got a chance to do too much of, just because actually a few of them are like RP groups here and there, but I haven't got a chance to do much because I just want to do my own thing. And plus, it's just like, don't have the energy for it here and there for that. Besides those communities, so okay, this is the big question on hand. Where did the whole, trap voice thing for you start on hand? I'm pretty sure there's a big history behind that one.
It's actually just troll people, because I started this I know it isn't the best quote unquote trap voice, but I started it all the way back in 2013, just when I primarily played Gary's Mod, and I just did it to piss people off and troll on some servers.
And ever since then or so, from all the way back then to here and now or so, it's just kind of like stuck with you. Like, it feels like it hasn't lost a beat, let alone a feeling out of that at all. Just because it sounds picture perfect as like a voice on hand, where basically from the way it sounds. Just saying.
It could be better, but
Yeah, it works. I mean, it works overall because I'm pretty sure too in VRHigh, so people were actually mildly confused because they had no idea at that time too.
Yeah, like I still remember like the tryouts or whatever with was his name's class Shakespeare's class.
Oh yeah.
He hey, can you pick that up?
Yeah, I remember. I remember that. That was actually pretty great.
I need to get a recording of that again because I loved it so much.
I had the highlight of it as well as the clip of it. Basically, it's still in my thing. Like I clip and highlight everything because I don't want to lose any memories on him of what I've done over the time period. So basically, it's still there. I just need to locate it here and there. But yeah. Ever since then or so, just because of that voice on hand, like it's become quite the staple for you. So I know you don't trap people here and there, but at the same time, it's just one of those voices where basically if somebody hears it, or so they would automatically know it would be you, or basically just like.
Yeah.
So just an interesting staple on hand to share with that. So. The next thing I have on hand is I forgot to add this, but let's talk about I already asked about drawing, but let's talk about model making on hand. How'd you get started with model making, if I can ask, or what sparked the interest of that?
Well, what sparked the interest for me is there was originally someone that was going to make a EarthChan model for me, but they they never did.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I guess I'll do it myself. And now I just, find some parts that people are allowed to use, like this one. The creator of it, they left VRChat, but they allowed, they gave all their models out for free, and were like, yeah, you can edit and change whatever you want. So, yeah, I always do that.
Yeah, I got you. And I'm pretty sure it took quite a lot of time on hand to be able to like get the right parts on a lot of YouTube videos to be able to match it up just so it could fit fit the way you wanted to look here and there. So.
Yeah, I mean, I find it easy now. One thing that still kind of gets me is the weight painting, but I've gotten a bit better with that recently.
That's a little bit for everybody on hand, just because weight painting is one of those things where when you start out, you have no idea exactly how to get it to work here and there, because it's very picky on hand for what it is, and sometimes you got to test it out first, even after you've done a lot here and there.
Yeah, and one of the things that I need to learn more about is how to UV map things onto models, because that's just, I don't know, I hate trying to UV map things.
I mean, there might be a simple trick of it on hand. Like, it's just a matter of like finding the right video to show you how to do it here and there. It's just a matter of like trying to get the process down. It sucks, but at the same time, once you get it down or so, it becomes quite easy over time here and there, easy time over here and there.
Just need to figure it out something.
Mm-hmm. No, I got you. And following thing I have up ahead was basically, we talked a little bit about it on hand, but that's being with basically with the VRHigh RP. But I was going to ask, what would be your best memories out of that, if you can, best memories out of that you can think of that you enjoy out of it, or basically certain things that, say, interaction-wise or so, that would stick out to you?
Like, anytime we did a skit, those are always fun. Like, I want to do different, like, skits in VRChat, because they always just turn out so fun, and, like, when the entire thing comes together, it's just, can be hilarious, serious,
Mm-hmm.
And then you put it all together, you see it out there, and other people will enjoy it,
Mm-hmm. It's just one of those things too, where basically like it gets down to like the emotions on hand, the flow of it, because when you get the flow down or so, you just ride the wave of it, and basically you're gonna see where this goes here and there. Sometimes you have no idea where it goes, But overall or so,
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where you take some time with it and basically you roll with it, and that's the fundamental of like improv or so. Just basically, it's not like you automatically have the answers right then and there. You just roll with the flow of what you got, and basically you just take time to like watch what somebody's doing, and basically using that as your advantage to what you can work with. Which that's what I took away from the entire thing, and I'm pretty sure you took away from that too, since like improv wise or so, because that's the whole fundamental that came out of that, just improv. So, but for my next question I have is basically the VRChat Current Present on hand. Now, if you could compare your time from when you first started playing VRChat to where you are now, to where we are now here now, what would be certain things you wish VRChat would have held on to, or certain things you're glad they changed?
Oh, jeez, there's lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, VRChat, it kind of hasn't changed in a sense, but at the same time it has. Like with all these new additions, people kind of hate them, but they are just trying to kind of improve the game. Things that do have changed definitely is how people interact with each other.
Yeah.
That's one thing I have noticed from all the way back then. Like, I remember people would like going to public worlds a lot in the old days, but now it's been kind of going off into friend worlds and such. Because, yeah.
Well,
but,
no, go ahead. No.
It's just, how that's one of the things that changed kind of recently. It's been happening, but hopefully things can go back to where you can go to a public world without having to worry about like certain things like rude people or anything like that, you know?
No, I got you. The thing about it is the fact that, understand, at that time too, where basically VRChat didn't have like its popularity height on hand, like at certain points where Publix itself, sure, it may be a little toxic on hand, but you were able to go in there and at least have a good time to be able to see how people are doing here and there, as far as it being. But over time or so, with that popularity, there comes that, that certain fan base that comes from different other people here and there. And sometimes they don't understand the boundary lines between, certain things. So because of that or so, you're gonna have more toxic people than you have on hand, and sometimes it's best to resort to like friends and guests or so, because at least the people you have around you are people they're not gonna try to like mess with you or constantly harass you, compared to somebody you have no idea who they are, but they will do whatever they can just to try to get a rise out of you here and there. So, but also something else too would be the fact that I will say this too. I also noticed where basically it's going from less friends and guest worlds. And, it started out, like always Publix. Now it's going from less Publix to like more friends and guests and stuff. And then, some private worlds. Now it's going from less friends and guest worlds to now more private worlds on hand. Now, it could be a lot of things. It could just be maybe just everybody needs some time alone. It could just be with the fact that basically this year has not been the grandest year of all on hand, but it's one of those things too where, a lot of things have changed over the turf of it, but for the most part, it's not like something you can easily worry about on hand. Like, seriously, friends and guests, there's nothing too bad to worry about, as far as I could tell.
Yeah.
So, as far as I could tell for that. But, besides that, okay, the funnest thing people like to talk about here, especially on the Shoot the Breeze, let's talk about anime. Now, the thing is, I'm not sure if you watch plenty of anime on hand. I know you watch like some different stuff on hand, here and there, but I don't know what your preference is for this. But let me just ask this: off the top of your head, what would be your favorite? Off the top of your head, what would be like, say, first anime that comes to your mind that you enjoyed watching that kind of strikes that home, hits you close to home, so to speak?
Well, one anime that I really enjoy is that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
I remember that.
I like the isekai or whatever, however it's said, type of animes. I just find them kind of interesting, you know.
Find them kind of interesting. Just that kind of like not like the slice of life, but basically the interesting things with like a unique twist on hand or so, in a way, or you know like. Or like the comedy side or so. Like when I think comedy anime, I think Konosuba. Just because of it. The automatically think on hand here. Or so. But
that's another one, to be honest, I love.
That's another one you love it too? I mean it's a good one. I mean it's quite the interesting one here and there. So okay, this is gonna be a tough question besides that, and that being what is like your most favorite anime or so, or basically what would be your favorite animes that you know you enjoy, like something you really love.
Not sure if I can answer that at this moment.
Moment,
as I said, yeah, the one with the slime. There's been a couple of them that I've really enjoyed. I'm not sure if I can answer that.
No, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. I mean, sometimes you know it's like off the top of your head. It's like you automatically just kind of like off the top of your head. It would just be the first thing that comes to your mind. You know, something that you enjoy here and there. So it all takes time on hand here and there for that. A little bit here and there. And I mentioned drawings to you. So the thing I was gonna ask is about with drawing wise or so. Do you, as an artist, kind of get discouraged by it or so when it comes to like you have your own? Because keep in mind, everybody's got their own drawing style, no matter what it is or so, here and there. But I'm pretty sure for you, it's just a matter of like, trying to get like certain things down that you can have for the most part in your mind, correct?
Yeah. So with my drawings, sometimes I do get a little bit discouraged. I mean, I don't think that they're the best in the world because I see how other people draw, and you know, it does like 500 times better than mine. But then I just look at my very old art, which is completely like gone now. But I remember that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have definitely improved as an artist.
Yeah, it takes time, and plus, like, whatever style you have with that or so, like, that's your style. Nobody else can copy that. Nobody else can basically, like, replicate it or so. It's basically your own hands, your own writing, you know? So.
Yep.
Your own hands, your own writing here and there or so. And, with that in mind, I guess we're just getting down to the last question on hand here, which I will say is pretty much, as you can see here, I have this camera right here on hand or so, and basically I was just going to say, if you want to be in the center for this, the question I have for you is basically, what is your goals and dreams? And at best, what would be your best advice you can ever give to anybody? Especially to everybody who's watching right now.
Well,
I'll back up
my
so you can...
goals and dreams are...
I'll back up so I can give you some room. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, my goals and dreams are to own a house somewhere, you know, own everything. I want to make it in life. So, yeah. And one thing that I can say about life advice is don't let other people try and roll over your life. Try to find your own path, no matter how hard it could be. Just try. And yeah.
That'll be it. Alright, that's all good. I mean, that's good sound advice. I mean, because keep in mind too, where basically everybody's got their own path. Not everybody's path is always going to be the same, and it's one of those things too. Everybody's got their own footsteps. Some people can walk fast and basically just get up to the top of the mountain of where they want to go. Other times people need to take that step one step at a time, just to be able to have like a solid foundation to get there. Because a solid foundation is, you know, is better than basically having a flimsy rocket. So, with that and everything. But yeah, it's solid advice. Solid advice on hand. And I guess with that in mind, guys, that will be Shoot the Breeze episode 12.